Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Governor of the State of Maryland, Governor Wes Moore.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for having me here, but also importantly, thank you so much for applying your genius and your thoughts into something that's going to be so important to all of us in our future going forward. It's good to be here in Tysons, Virginia, even though I have to say, if you know the traffic here, I know is a little difficult. In Maryland, we don't have that same kind of traffic issue. But we're excited that Maryland is an important part of the DC, Maryland, Virginia region, which really is the hotbed, and it really is the pulse center for how we're thinking about not just the future of quantum, but also how we're thinking about all the various applications that quantum is going to have and the various benefits that quantum is going to be able to show for years and decades and for generations to come. For each and every one of you, this is deeply meaningful because not only are you all on the cutting edge of discovery that's going to change the world, and not only are you doing work together that's helping to reshape the way the world sees itself and the impact that we can make inside this moment, but you all the ones who are opening the doors for people who you haven't even met yet. Because when we invest in quantum, we're creating new opportunities for that student who has the skills to build a career in this space that's going to not just change their life, but that will change the trajectory of their family. That we know by investing in quantum, we're uplifting a family that now has access to good paying work inside their community, where we're supporting the entrepreneur who can turn their idea into a growing business that's going to be able to tackle some of our world's most pressing problems. Because the future of job growth is quantum. The future of wealth creation is quantum. The future of economic prosperity is quantum. And that's why, in the state of Maryland, we are focused on becoming the global capital of quantum. And it's not just quantum computing. It's all the various aspects that we know that quantum and quantum technologies are going to touch, and we are very clear that this is not a fad, this is not a one-year thing, this is a core part of our economic strategy. Because at the start of this year, I announced that Maryland was going to have 3 specific lighthouse industries that we were going to target and that we were going to go after. We were going to target life sciences, we were going to target IT, and we were going to target aerospace and defense. And within those industries, specifically within IT, we said we have got to put a greater focus on quantum. Now, for those who I've not had a chance to meet yet, I want to say, and just spend a second introducing myself, is that I don't come from the world of politics. In fact, governor is the first elected office I've ever held in my life. My background is I'm a soldier, having served and led soldiers with the 82nd Airborne Division in Afghanistan. My background is I'm a former business owner. And my background is that I ran one of the largest poverty-fighting organizations in this country. And I bring this up because I know oftentimes for people who this is the only thing they've ever done, is being elected office, they will say things, but there's not a whole lot backing it up. So I say this, I don't come from the world of politics. And so when I say that we are going to focus on quantum in the state of Maryland, I mean it. And we mean it. And if you just look at the last 9 months within our state, you will see a clear and a consistent commitment to leveraging investments in quantum, because for decades, Maryland had the assets to be able to lead in this industry. But oftentimes we found ourselves asset rich, but strategy poor. So we knew that in this moment we had to actually build out the right strategy. And in January, as our fantastic president of the University of Maryland, President Pines, just said, we launched our Capital of Quantum initiative. And our goal is simple, that we will deliver $1 billion in public and private investments in Maryland's quantum sector over the next 5 years. It's a joint effort between the University of Maryland, between the state of Maryland, between quantum innovators. Like, we are very proud that the quantum innovator IonQ was born here. Well, not here in Maryland, and is one of us. And we are incredibly excited about the leadership that IonQ continues to show inside this industry and the leadership they continue to show around the globe. That just 3 months after we delivered this historic announcement, I completed my first international trade and economic growth mission overseas, where we head to Asia and then Japan. We hosted a roundtable discussion with some of the leading experts in the quantum space. And we signed an agreement between IonQ and the quantum arm of Japan's National Institute of Advanced Industrial Science and Technology. Less than 2 weeks after I came back from overseas, I signed an agreement with DARPA to make Maryland the first quantum hub in the entire East Coast. And that agreement is going to help us leverage up to $100 million in federal funding for quantum in our state alone. So Maryland is moving. This was not a fad. This is a consistent thread that we have in our economic growth strategy, and companies who are in this space are starting to take note, which is why today I'm excited about our next step forward, because I'm deeply proud to announce that Microsoft has formalized an agreement with the state of Maryland to become the next anchor tenant of our Capital Quantum Benchmarking Hub in the state of Maryland. That under this agreement, Microsoft will partner with the state and the university to establish a new partner integration center. It's an advanced quantum research lab in the greater College Park area, and it's going to support collaborative hardware and software development within this space. It's going to allow us to share new research and new prototypes all across public and private sectors. It's going to drive quantum growth in the state of Maryland and also around the country. And I want to take a moment just to thank a few of the partners who, without them, today in this announcement wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Jason Zander, who's the Executive Vice President for Strategic Missions and Technologies at Microsoft. I want to thank Charlie Tahan from Microsoft Quantum. I want to thank Sophie Alam, who's a Corporate Vice President at Microsoft. I want to thank the President of the University of Maryland, Darryl Pines. I want to thank my dear friend Ken Ullman, the Chief Strategy Officer for Economic Development at the University of Maryland. I am proud to be on this team. I'm proud to have all of them as partners. I'm proud to be able to share with each and every one of you the momentum that the state of Maryland has, not just in this moment, but something that is going to be generational. Because I'm proud that together, we're going to build a pretty amazing legacy. Because I'm only here because there were people who fought for the hope of me, even if they knew they might never see that hope realized inside of their lifetimes. The ministers and the teachers, the family members, and the innovators. The ones who were willing to believe and invest that one day our society could be one where leading technologies are focusing on bringing people together. One where they knew that if they invested in a community and in a young man, that while they might not see it for themselves, that one day that he could be the 63rd governor of the state. and the first black governor in the state's history. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you because the work you are doing is going to create a better society that, while we might not see with our own eyes, the future will know that your fingerprints are all over it. That is going to be the legacy of your work. That's going to be the impact of Quantum. And I'm thankful that we have a chance to build it together. And so at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Pines and Executive Vice President for Strategic Missions and Technologies at Microsoft, Jason Zander, to the stage. And I want to say to each and every one of you, it is great to have you here. We look forward to welcoming you to Maryland very, very soon. And we look forward to not just the growth that you're going to experience, but why we believe deeply that Maryland is the best place in the world to change the world. Bless you all, and thank you so much for all you continue to do. Congratulations.